Hello, I'm Kevin McTaggart, and welcome to What's Pissing You Off Wednesday for December 11th, 2019. This is a weekly episode of my McTaggart Attack podcast where I get mad and rant about stuff for you, mostly because you don't have to. Or you're mad about it already, and you need someone else to get mad about it as well. Or you give me a challenge to get mad about something. Most of the time, I think it's genuinely because people are angry and need me to get mad about stuff for them. At least that's what I want to believe. How the episode works is I get mad about a couple topics suggested by you. And how do you suggest these topics? That's a good question, Kevin. I'm really glad that you asked. I usually post something on my Facebook page asking what's pissing you off, and then you list something there, and I'll probably rant about it at some point in this weekly episodic series of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday. Let's see. I have 3 today. I've cut down from 3 to 5 recently, just because. The first one is from Shelby McDonald. She called the pharmacy and was told that they were confused because she has 2 profiles in the system. So they act exasperated that they have to look at both to find my meds. Then they tell me they don't want to merge my profiles because I'm not good at technology. This happens every time she has to interact with them, either face to face or on the phone or whatever. There have been quite a few rants that I've gotten from people concerning the pharmacy. And I myself am troubled by the amount of stupid people who seem to be working at the pharmacy. Like, I would think if you work at a pharmacy, you should have a good handle on, technology. I mean, if you work at a pharmacy which has modern medicine and you suck at computers, maybe you shouldn't work at a pharmacy. I mean, that just makes absolutely no sense at all. That you work at a pharmacy and you don't know how to merge 2 profiles together? It can't be that frickin' hard. I mean, how stupid do you have to be to work at a pharmacy and not be able to help the customer out? The person that you should be trying to help most at a pharmacy is the customer, so she can get the right drugs and the most accurate drugs. And you having 2 profiles for her and not knowing how to fix it has to be really frustrating, especially when he or she needs that medication. And your stupid ass doesn't know how to merge files, or delete one, and then just update the first one. Why don't you just delete one? Why do you need to have both? How freaking fucking stupid are you that you don't know how to do that? If you don't know how to use a computer, how the hell do you have a job in today's society? Honestly. Or if you don't, God forbid, ask someone to help. There's no one else that can help at this pharmacy? Are you kidding me? No one else. There's no one else here that can help her out and merge the files together. This idiot that she seems to talk to every time can't do it. Or is it multiple idiots that work at this pharmacy? Honestly, Shelby, I'd tell you to switch to a different pharmacy that had more competent employees. Maybe the problem's with you. That you seem to pick shitty pharmacies. Maybe you need to pick a better pharmacy That would be my suggestion. I'm not giving advice. This isn't giving you advice Wednesday. This is what's pissing you off Wednesday. So, but honestly, your pharmacy sucks, is basically what I'm saying. Thank you, Shelby, for the suggestion. Let's see. The next one is from Leslie Zebrowitz. She told her mom that she was going to get rid of her Cabbage Patch Kids. And she said and her mother said that she should pack them away for a while and think about it. They've been packed away for 30 years. She's already thought about it. That's it. You tell her that she should just pack them away and think about it. How much longer does she have to think about it? If it's been 30 years and she doesn't want the Cabbage Patch Kids at all. She could make a whole lot of money if they're in pretty good condition with her Cabbage Patch Kids. I mean, I would think Cabbage Patch Kids would probably be a pretty good seller on eBay or something like that. And to say something like, oh, just store it away and think about it. She's been thinking about it. It was 30 freaking years ago. Honestly, it was probably even longer than that because she's got to be in her 40s now. So it's got to be more like 35 to 40 years ago if you think about it. Anyway, but still, it's just ridiculous. It's holding on to the Cabbage Patch Kids that you already had for so freaking long to begin with, that you want to just keep holding on to them? That doesn't make any sense. You've already thought about it. They've been taking up space for decades. There's nothing else to think about. If you want to get rid of the Cabbage Patch Kids, get rid of the damn Cabbage Patch Kids. Why hold on to your shit? Then you're just a hoarder. And nobody likes hoarders. Thank you, Leslie, for the suggestion. But seriously, it's ridiculous that your mom says that. Oh, hold on to them. Oh, hold on to them. Think about it. She's been thinking about it. The last one for this episode is from Melissa Ardell. When a restaurant gives you a first napkin, which is decent quality, but every subsequent extra napkin is so thin it dissolves when it comes into contact with skin oil. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't understand why the quality of napkins at restaurants are so shitty. It is very and small too. Like, they give you like a big, thicker napkin at first, and then every other napkin you get after that is small and square type and really thin and doesn't clean up anything anyway. You know? Why can't restaurants get better quality napkins? You know, I would think, I'm going John Taffer here. I think if you were a restaurant and you had like the highest quality, best napkins, did their job consistently, I would think customers would love that. They'd talk about it. They'd spread the word. They'd probably post something on social media with the hashtag best napkins, and that would cause more and more people to come to the restaurant because that restaurant has great napkins. But no, most restaurants have awful napkins, which makes absolutely no sense. I'm trying to think right now. What restaurants have the best napkins? I think Hooters has the best napkins, but all their napkins are just paper towels on rolls. That's it. Or any wing place. Not every wing place. Not Buffalo Wild Wings, because they suck. But I've been to some wing places like Hooters and a few others that I can't think of at the moment. But they just have paper towels on rolls. That's great. I love those. That's fantastic. Because wings get messy. Food gets messy. All food gets messy. And all these stupid restaurants do is give out shitty napkins. What's the point of giving out crappy napkins? What if people stop coming to your restaurant because they think the napkins are so terrible, in addition to the food probably being awful too? I wouldn't say, is it a conspiracy? I don't even know if it's a conspiracy. I think it's just idiotic to have awful napkins at restaurants. And I think if a restaurant had great napkins, it would get more customers. Think about that if you're in the restaurant business. Have great napkins. Stop having shitty napkins. All right, well, that's been all the suggestions today. I'd like to thank Melissa Ardell, Leslie Zebrowitz, and Shelby McDonald for all their wonderful suggestions today. You can email me, McTaggartAttack@gmail.com. You can find me on Twitter @KevMcT, or on Instagram and TikTok, whatever the fuck TikTok is, @McTaggartAttack. And you can also find the Facebook page for the McTaggart Attack podcast. Please share this podcast with your friends and tell them how much you love it or hate it. Just share it. That's all I care. And then, thank you so much for downloading. I really appreciate it. And lastly, happy What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, everybody.